Now about the CAD import and the correction you can add in your CAD import. The import is still one command per import. We have still tabs with the options, and after the import you can make correction. We have an automatic repair option which can be activated or not at the import, and this option can detect the defect specific to ASYS, and the option will correct all the defects. If you uncheck the automatic repair option, you will have after the import the defects list, which is filled with all the defects, and you will be able to correct each defect or all the defects if you want. Now about the defects to simplify. We have some defects which are not really geometrical defects, but which are defects which can make your mesh doesn't work very well. For example, we have small entities, small lines, faces, and volumes. We are able to detect with a maximum ratio those small entities. If we look at this image, we can see that we detect a small volume if the computed ratio is lower than the user ratio. And the computed ratio is equal to the volume, the analyzed volume, and on the biggest volume of your geometry. For example, if we have a user ratio of 0.15, here we have a small volume of 10 cubic meter. The computed ratio is 0.1, and so the computed ratio is lower than the user ratio, so the small volume is detected. In this case, we have a volume which has 20 cubic meter. The computed ratio is 0.2, which is higher than the user ratio, so the volume is not detected as small volume. After the detection, we can see the defects on the geometry, and we can simplify automatically those defects, and the modeler will merge those small entities with the nearby entities. Other defects we can simplify are tangency problems, as you can see here. The defects are detected with a maximum angle. It's the same philosophy than the small entities. We are able to locate it in the geometry, and the simplification has to be done manually with the modeler tools, but it is very easy. You can make a cut with a reference plane, for example. After the import, usually you have to make defeaturing to remove fillets, chamfers, and holes. So you will put a maximum radius, distance, and diameter to remove all the fillet, chamfers, and holes which has distance lower than the value you introduce. And you can apply on objects with the possibility to select faces to not take into account. So now let's use the 3D modeler in Flux.